Canada is domestic to many countrywide parks that defend some of the country's most breathtaking and ecologically full-size herbal landscapes. From the rugged peaks of the Canadian Rockies to the far-flung tundra of the Arctic, every countrywide park gives site visitors a special and unforgettable experience. Many of Canada's countrywide parks are acknowledged for their brilliant scenery, such as the turquoise lakes, glaciers and mountains of Banff and Jasper National Parks, or the rugged coastlines and historical forests of Pacific Rim National Park. Others are identified for their great wildlife, such as the polar bears of Wapusk National Park, the bison of Grasslands National Park, or the whales and seabirds of Cape Breton Highlands National Park. Each countrywide park has its personal special herbal and cultural heritage and presents a variety of leisure opportunities, from trekking and tenting to kayaking and flora and fauna watching. Through cautious administration and protection, now discover the beauty of Canada's wilderness with our list of the best national parks in Canada. Number 10. Prince Edward Island National Park. Prince Edward Island National Park is placed on the north shore of Prince Edward Island, Canada. The park is acknowledged for its stunning sandy beaches, sand dunes, and crimson sandstone cliffs. One of the most famous sites in the park is Cavendish Beach, a stunning sandy seashore that stretches for quite a few kilometers and is recognized for its clear blue water. The park is additionally domestic to a range of historical sites, such as Green Gables, the ancient domestic that stimulated the placing of the basic novel Anne of Green Gables. Prince Edward Island National Park is additionally a necessary cultural webpage for the indigenous Mi'kmaq First Nation, who have lived in the location for hundreds of years. Visitors can examine the records and lifestyle of the Mi'kmaq human beings via interpretive applications and guided tours. Number 9. Fundy National Park. Fundy National Park is positioned in the province of New Brunswick, Canada, on the Bay of Fundy, which is acknowledged for having the world's very best tides. The park is regarded for its wonderful coastline, dense forests, and plentiful wildlife. One of the most famous sites in the park is the Hopewell Rocks, a collection of rock formations that are carved via the tides and provide lovely views of the Bay of Fundy. The park is additionally domestic to a range of waterfalls, consisting of Dixon Falls, a picturesque waterfall that is available by a brief hike. Overall, Fundy National Park is a stunning and special vacation spot that provides a danger to ride the herbal and cultural records of the vicinity, whilst playing a variety of out-of-doors things to do and wonderful coastal landscapes. Number 8. Cape Breton Highlands National Park. Cape Breton Highlands National Park is placed on Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia, Canada. The park is recognized for its rugged coastal landscapes, wonderful vistas, and considerable wildlife. Visitors to Cape Breton Highlands National Park can take phase in a variety of outside activities, which include hiking, camping, and flora and fauna viewing. The park is domestic to a range of hiking trails, ranging from effortless walks to difficult multi-day hikes. One of the most famous hikes in the park is the Skyline Trail, which presents amazing views of the park's rugged coastal landscapes. The park is additionally domestic to a range of wildlife, which includes moose, black bears, bald eagles, and coyotes. Visitors are counseled to be cautious around the natural world and to observe park tips to assist make sure their safety. Number 7. Waterton Lakes National Park. Waterton Lakes National Park is placed in the southwestern corner of Alberta, Canada, adjoining to Glacier National Park in Montana, United States. The park is acknowledged for its attractive mountain landscapes, pristine lakes, and ample wildlife. Visitors to Waterton Lakes National Park can take section in a variety of outside activities, which includes hiking, camping, and flora and fauna viewing. The park is domestic to a range of trekking trails, ranging from quick walks to difficult multi-day hikes. One of the most famous hikes in the park is the Crypt Lake Trail, which provides attractive views of the park's mountain landscapes and leads to a hidden lake. The park is additionally domestic to a range of wildlife, which includes grizzly bears, black bears, elk, and bighorn sheep. Visitors are cautioned to be cautious around the natural world and to comply with park suggestions to assist make sure their safety. Number 6. Yoho National Park. Yoho National Park is placed in the province of British Columbia in Canada, adjoining Banff National Park and Kootenay National Park. The park is acknowledged for its lovely mountain landscapes, turquoise lakes, and waterfalls. Visitors to Yoho National Park can discover a variety of outside activities, together with hiking, skiing, and snowshoeing. The park is domestic to a range of trekking trails, ranging from handy walks to difficult multi-day hikes. One of the most famous trekking trails in the park is the Ice Lane Trail, which affords attractive views of the park's glaciers, waterfalls, and mountain landscapes. One of the most famous sights in the park is Takakkaw Falls, one of the perfect waterfalls in Canada. The park is additionally domestic to Emerald Lake, a turquoise-colored lake that is surrounded by means of mountains and affords possibilities for canoeing and trekking. Number 5. Kluane National Park and Reserve. Kluane National Park and Reserve is positioned in the southwestern nook of the Yukon Territory in Canada and is regarded for its lovely mountain landscapes, glaciers, and various wildlife. The park is domestic to Canada's perfect peak, Mount Logan, which rises to an elevation of 19,551 feet. The park is additionally domestic to the greatest non-polar ice field in the world, the Kluane Ice Field, which covers a vicinity of approximately 8,400 rectangular kilometers. Visitors to Kluane National Park and Reserve can take section in a variety of outside activities, such as hiking, mountaineering, fishing, and natural world viewing. The park is domestic to a range of wildlife, consisting of grizzly bears, black bears, moose, caribou, wolves, and Dall sheep. One of the most famous sites in the park is Kluane Lake, a glacial-fed lake that provides possibilities for boating, fishing, and hiking. The park additionally affords a variety of backcountry tenting alternatives for those who favor tripping the desert and solitude of the park. Number 4. Pacific Rim National Park Reserve. Pacific Rim National Park Reserve is placed on the west coast of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. The park is recognized for its rugged coastal landscapes, sandy beaches, and old-growth rainforests. The park is made up of 3 units: Long Beach, the Broken Group Islands, and the West Coast Trail. Long Beach is a popular vacation spot for beachcombing, surfing, and exploring the temperate rainforest. The Broken Group Islands are a cluster of extra than 100 small islands that provide kayaking, camping, and natural world viewing opportunities. The West Coast Trail is a difficult multi-day hike that covers 75 kilometers alongside the coast, imparting lovely views of the ocean, rainforest, and waterfalls. The park is domestic to a broad range of wildlife, which includes gray whales, sea otters, harbor seals, and bald eagles. Visitors can additionally spot black bears, cougars, and wolves, even though it is necessary to take precautions to keep away from encounters with these animals. Number 3. Gros-Morne National Park. Gros-Morne National Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site positioned on the west coast of Newfoundland, Canada. The park is named after the second highest mountain height on Newfoundland Island, Gros-Morne, which rises to an elevation of 2,644 feet. The park is recognized for its special geology, which consists of uncovered historical rocks that grant a window into the Earth's mantle. Visitors can take sections in guided excursions and hikes to analyze extra about the park's geology and discover the gorgeous landscapes. Grosmore National Park is additionally domestic to numerous plant and animal species, consisting of caribou, black bears, and lynx. The park's fjords, mountains, and coastal landscapes make it a perfect region for hiking, camping, kayaking, and other outdoors activities. Number 2. Jasper National Park. Jasper National Park is the biggest countrywide park in the Canadian Rockies and is additionally a phase of the Canadian Rocky Mountains UNESCO World Heritage Site. Jasper National Park is regarded for its amazing herbal beauty, with glaciers, snow-capped peaks, turquoise lakes, and dashing rivers. Visitors to the park can revel in a variety of outside activities, including hiking, mountain biking, fishing, the natural world watching, and snowboarding in the winter. One of the most famous points of interest in the park is the Columbia Icefield, which is the greatest ice field in the Canadian Rockies and is on hand via guided tours. Number 1. Banff National Park. Banff National Park is one of the most famous and iconic countrywide parks in Canada, placed in the province of Alberta. The park is acknowledged for its breathtaking alpine landscapes, crystal clear lakes, and considerable wildlife, along with elk, bighorn sheep, moose, and grizzly bears. Some of the most famous sites in the park encompass Lake Louise, Moraine Lake, and the city of Banff itself, which presents a variety of accommodations, restaurants, and outside activities. Visitors to Banff National Park can experience a variety of outdoor activities, which include hiking, mountain biking, snowboarding, camping, fishing, and the natural world watching. The park has a variety of well-maintained trails for hikers of all levels, as nicely as possibilities for backcountry tenting and mountaineering.